Okay, continue here. Yeah. And since I have a feeling that this video will be deleted because a blamer said at the UN while blaming a video on Benghazi, a video no one saw, and he said, make no mistake, there must be no future for those that would slander the Prophet of Islam. I've got to make sure that I use this to record, because I have a feeling that this video that you're looking at me right now will be removed soon. Probably when nuke goes off in Chicago or something like that. Then a blamer will fly the green or black flag of ISIS over the White House to try to appease Islam so no more bombs go off. Yeah. Alright, I'll continue here. I think I read this, yeah. Alright. Okay. Now back into Quran 2 again. So he gave me scriptures that are trying to show how the Bible is corrupted, and I read them on the other, and I can't see how this means that the Bible is corrupted, but I'll continue here. Now back into Quran 2 again, with Quran 2 174. Indeed they who conceal what Allah has sent down to the book and exchange it for a small price. Now how about exchange it for a big price? Then it'd be okay. Those consume not into their bellies except the fire. That means the Bible's corrupted. And Allah will not speak to them on the day of resurrection. I said, what? I thought in Quran 5:14 above it said, and Allah is going to inform them about what they do. Yeah, this is what it says. Oh, I don't know if I read that here. Yeah, okay. I'm going to read back a little bit. Okay, now 5:14, because I don't remember this. Yeah, 5:14, Sahih International. And this is supposed to show that the Bible's corrupted, okay? And from those, according to this Muslim I'm talking to, and from those who say, we are Christians, we took their covenant, but they forgot a portion of that which they have reminded. I go, yeah, so the fault is with the Christian, not the book Bible. The Quran says it confirms and reminds. How does that mean the Bible's corrupted? How? So we caused among them animosity and hatred. Really? I thought that was Satan's job. Is this not an admission from Allah that it's Allah who is Satan? You know? Until the day of resurrection, and Allah is going to inform, get that? Inform. Is going to inform them about what they used to do. Why? Why inform them when it was Allah who willed on and off the right path? When it was Allah who, after the embryo was a blood clot for 40 days, an angel came with special instructions on whether or not that person would be in hell or paradise. Does that make sense to you, O slave of the best deceivers? And again, how does that mean the Bible is not the book that Quran says it confirms and reminds, but is corrupted? How? You know? Now back to Quran 2 again, with Quran 2 verse 174. Indeed, those who conceal what Allah has sent down of the book and exchange it for a small price. Well, how about exchange it for a big price? Yeah, then it would be okay. Yeah. Those consume not into their bellies except the fire. And that means the Bible's corrupted. And Allah will not speak to them on the day of resurrection. I go, what? I thought Quran 5 verse 14, which I just mentioned above, which I read above, it said, quote, and Allah is going to inform them about what they used to do. Man, Mo really couldn't get his story straight, could he? Or is Allah the forgetful one here? Think, O slave, the best of deceivers, think. Nor will he purify them, and they will have a painful punishment. How does that mean the Bible's corrupted? Due to that contradiction with the quote clear signs, sounds like it's the clear signs, the Quran, that is corrupted because there's a contradiction there, you know. Okay, now back to Quran 5 with 5:15. I noticed you didn't go in order like I do with the Quran. I wonder why. Well, here it is in the Sahih International. O people of the Scripture, there has come to you of our messenger making clear to you. Clear? Clear to me? Clear when it says it confirms a book all Muslims believe to be corrupted? How is that clear, O slave of the best of deceivers? How? Much of what you used to conceal of the Scripture and overlooked much. Used to conceal? Used to conceal? But we don't conceal now in the Bible? Used to conceal. So it is still clear. Well, how does that mean the Bible is corrupted? How? There has come to you from Allah a light and a clear book. Clear book? Did old owl say clear book? Okay, how much time do I have left here? Okay. 6 more minutes? Alright. Now for book 33, number 6390. I already gave you the answer. He's talking about Sahih Muslim, book 33 number, which is talking about embryos being blood clots, and for apparently for 40 days. Yeah. Now for book 33. Let's talk about numbers 33. He's talking about Sahih Muslim, book number 33, number 6390. I already gave you the answer. All you said is that non-Muslim embryologists agree with it, which means, all you said is that non-Muslim embryologists agree with it, which means nothing. For how can they be true embryologists if they believe the Quran and Sahih Muslim, book 33, about embryos being blood clots? Let alone blood clots are 40 friggin' days. How? You know, how does that mean that, you know? From your kith moon, the lolly, and then it gives me this site to see. And I go to it. You want to know something? I went to that site. And guess what I discovered? Guess what I discovered? There's no mention of Sahih Muslim, book 33, number 6390, about embryos being blood clots for 40 days. I can see why they skipped that. Yeah. So again, how can they be true embryologists if they believe the Quran and Sahih Muslim, book 33, about embryos being blood clots, let alone blood clots for 40 days? How? Now concerning ants, scientists discovered in 2009 that they speak Arabic, English, Hebrew. What language do they speak using audible words? Well, since Solomon was Hebrew, it had to be Hebrew, true? Maybe you should write an article to disprove what they have found. Oh, I believe ants. You know, I believe ants communicate, but I've also heard. But I've heard all this time it's through odors, not through any kind of audible language. And besides, the Quran says the Quran says this. The Quran has the ant saying this. Oh ants, oh ants. Yeah, get that? Oh ants. An ant uses the word oh. I thought that was an Allah thing to use the word oh. Oh ants. Oh well, it goes on. Oh ants, enter your dwellings, that you do not be I'll have to read like an ant. Enter your dwellings, that you not be crushed by Solomon and his soldiers while they perceive not. You know, how do ants know who Solomon is and who are and those are? I gotta read this one. How do ants know who Solomon is and who those are that are with him? You know, soldiers. Do you see, oh slave of the best of deceivers, do you see how stupid this sounds to me? I mean, forget Solomon possibly knowing ant farts means he's Solomon with troops. How did the ant know who Solomon was and how Solomon posed a threat with his feet? How? Think, O slave of the best of deceivers. Think. Maybe you are better than them. If they believe the way the Quran says about ants, with them knowing who Solomon was and the existential threat his troops' feet posed for them, wait, sounds like anyone would be better than they when it comes to thinking and logic. I mean, it sounds like a cross-eyed kid who only wanted to pet bunnies would be more brilliant than they are. I mean, really now. But for me, this is scientific fact in Quran, because hell awaits you if you say otherwise. True, right? Well, I feel sorry for you, man. I really feel sorry for you, big time. And still speak between them, and as Quran stated. Okay. Oh, I can imagine that. In their chemical way, they do. But to be able to use those chemicals to let them know who Solomon was, who his troops and feet are, and what they pose and all that, man, that takes more than faith. That takes gullibility to the highest order. For what is the chemical order that spells out Solomon for the ants? What is the chemical order that spells out soldiers and feet and crushing? What does that, what are those chemical orders for the ants? So let them know. Think, O slave of the best of deceivers. Think. And I think I'll stop it here. Oh my gosh. Man.